Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Exotic Roots here, your curly hair best friend. If it's your first time here, do not forget to subscribe down below and also follow me on Instagram at Exotic Roots. Today's video is a very good one. I'm excited about it. It's about natural hair trigger words. These are words that you hear in the natural hair community. Sometimes you have no idea what they mean, but you see people talk about them all the time and you want in. You want to know what the heck they're talking about. As per usual, I got you. If you're interested, keep on watching. Okay, so the first thing is porosity. Why is every natural hair girl on Instagram talking about porosity? What is it? So porosity essentially is how easy or how hard it is for your hair to absorb water. Most of us have low to medium porosity, so that means that water takes time to get into our hair strands. However, when it gets there, it stays. High porosity, usually people have high porosity if they have damaged hair or if they have color treated hair, then they have high porosity hair. Water gets in very fast but also leaves super fast. I actually have a video talking all about porosity, so you can check it out. I'll put the link above and down below. Next term is a wash and go. The wash and go, it's not really a wash and go. This is a false term. I would say it's a wash in style. They call it wash and go because in the natural hair community, I want to believe that it's the fastest hairstyle that you can do. You wash your hair, you apply the products, and then you go. But we know it's not really the case. The wash and go is also a hairstyle that will bring out your natural curl definition, your curl pattern. I have a wash and go right now. As you can see, this is my natural curl pattern. That's the curl pattern that I was born with, and there's nothing that I really do to have this curl definition. I use a gel. Sometimes I use a leave-in in a gel. Today I just used a foam in a gel. You use a styling product and then you define your curls. The next term that I have is regimen or hair regimen. What we call a regimen in the natural hair community is how often you wash your hair and what do you usually do when you're washing your hair. And also, shameless plug, I offer hair consultations, and in my consultations, we go over your current hair regimen, and after the consultation, we talk about your future hair regimen, so things that you need to do, products that you need to use to achieve healthy, luscious hair. So the regimen is basically that. When you wash your hair, what do you use? Do you use a shampoo? Do you use a Cowash? Do you use a conditioner, a deep conditioner? How long does it last you, and all of that. In the regimen, you would repeat that every time that you wash your hair. It could be every week, it could be every 2 weeks, or it could be every month, although I do not recommend that. The next term that we have is trim. Trim is actually a word that hairstylists hate because most of the time when they have their clients that come in for a trim, they're expecting not to cut a lot of hair, but most of the time they need like a full-blown haircut. So the trim basically is to cut away dead ends, split ends. However, you can get a trim every 3 months or so, but if you're getting a trim like every 6 months, it's no longer a trim, it's a haircut. So that's basically what a trim means. The next term that we have is a co-wash. A co-wash is a conditioning wash. Co for conditioning, and then wash is like a shampoo to wash the hair. So it's very gentle. It's not as cleansing as a shampoo. However, it can help cleanse your hair. If you're somebody that washes your hair every week and then you find that in the middle of the week you need to refresh your hair, you can use a co-wash. Some brands have a co-wash, like a product dedicated to co-wash the hair, but I know some people just use a regular conditioner to wash the hair. I don't usually recommend that because you're not really cleansing your hair, you're just adding more products and rinsing it out. So it doesn't really do anything to your hair. So I would definitely suggest that you use a product that is designated as a co-wash to use on your hair. Next term that we have is Ayurvedic. I actually had to Google this because I know what it means, but I wanted to give you like the correct information. So Ayurveda is an alternative medicine system with historical root in the Indian continent. So it's essentially natural medicinal practices in the Indian continent. You can see that most of the time they have herbs, powders, and oils that they use for medicinal purposes, and some of them claim to help with hair growth, the shine, and everything. I did try Indian herbs like a while back, probably like 3 years ago. But to be honest, I did not notice a big difference. If anything, they're very messy. Next term is a good lather. Most of the time, we use this term when we're talking about shampoos or cleansers. A good lather is if the shampoo or the cleanser foams a lot, like it's all white when you're washing your hair with a lot of foam. This is what we mean by a good lather. Next term is heat damage. I even saw fried hair. Heat damage is what happens when your curl pattern is basically damaged and it's just straight. It doesn't curl anymore. It's damaged by heat styling, heat tools. So if the person used a very hot blow dryer or a flat iron or curling iron that was very hot, they might experience heat damage. I'll try to find a picture to show you what heat damage looks like. Usually, so this curl, you see the curl pattern right here. So if it was heat damage, it would be like straight like this. And most of the time, heat damage hair is high porosity, and you can see that it's not as shiny, as luscious as your natural healthy hair. Next up, I have density and hair strand thickness. So density is how many hair strands that you have on your scalp. For me, I have medium density, but I'll show you an example between low density and high density. You can see that people with high density, they have a lot of hair whenever they're doing like a twist out or an afro. You can see that their hair is big, huge, and for low density, they don't have a lot of hair strands on their head. And then the hair strand thickness, so it is how thick or thin that your hair strands are. When you pull one single hair strand, if you do not feel anything at all, that means that you have a very thin hair strand. If you feel it a little bit, it feels like thread, I would say that you have a medium thickness. And then if you feel it again and then you feel that it's a grain of rice, that means that you have very thick hair. And another difference, I'll film another video talking more in depth about it. Another difference is that if you have very thin hair, you'll be more prone to damage, heat damage, mechanical damage compared to somebody with very thick hair strands. Yes. Okay, so the next term that we have is LCOG. Okay. There's actually different terms. There's LCO, LOC, and then this one, LCOG. It is the order at which you apply the products to style your hair. So in this specific case, LCOG, we have the liquid, the cream, the oil, and the gel. That's a lot of products to use to style your hair. And if you're using an oil before the gel, then the gel won't really have anything to hold on to. The gel won't perform at its full potential. For me, when I'm doing a wash and go, I use the LG, I guess. I use a leave-in and then I use a gel. Okay, so the next term is protein sensitivity. Protein sensitivity, it's basically when you find that your hair feels very dry and hard whenever you use a product that is very high in protein. You can see that some naturalists say that they don't like coconut oil. It makes their hair dry, hard, and brittle. Most of the time, they would also say that they have protein sensitivity because coconut oil is heavy in protein. Another term that we have is a LINT check. So again, I do not see people do that anymore. Maybe people are just not interested to know like how long their hair got. Most of the time you would see like hair gurus say, okay, I'm gonna do a LINT check. So this is my hair in the back. And then they would stretch their hair to see where it will fall. So this basically, it is a LINT check. And I know some of them used to sell LINT check shirts. So then they would say like your hair is like 6 inches or 8 inches and so forth. For me, I don't focus on length. I focus on the health. If my hair is healthy, I could care less how long or how short my hair is. And then last but not least, we have hair grease. If you're black, they probably used that on your hair when you were a kid. If your mom did not use that on your hair, you're blessed. Basically, it is petroleum. Some of them don't even have anything to nourish the hair, but then we would use it on our scalp, on our hair to style the hair. They don't really have any styling properties. If you're still using a hair grease, I would definitely suggest that you use a styling cream or a leave-in to nourish your hair, because the hair grease is literally just coating your hair with grease and not nourish it. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Share it with a friend, share it with a cousin, share it with your mom, share it with an auntie, you know, and let them know about the terms that I just covered today. If I missed anything, be sure to leave them down below in the comment section and I will get back to you for sure. Until next time.